Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Ora News broadcast. It is 6 o'clock, and that means it's time for our English Flash News edition. And as usual, I'm Daniel Cook, your host, 6 days a week at 6 p.m. In today's news, the Tirana police have arrested a man who is suspected of being the hired killer in the Tom Doshi case. The Tirana police have arrested Durim Bani, a businessman from Fushkruya. He was arrested while trying to flee the country toward Montenegro. On February 22, 2015, Durim Bana was the target of an assassination attempt himself. On that morning, about 200 grams of TNT were placed in the front wheel well of his vehicle. The explosive was found and deactivated before it could be set off. A few hours after the declarations of Tom Doshi, who said that Bani is the person who was paid to kill him, the general prosecution officially launched an investigation. A few hours later, the press office of the prosecutor announced an order for referring the issue to the prosecution of serious crimes. In the notification, the prosecution invited Doshi to submit any evidence that he has to prove his allegations. According to Doshi, there is a video of the people who paid to kill him. He claims that his life has been under threat since September of last year, but he has not made any criminal charges. Tom Doshi claimed yesterday that Meta had ordered and paid a person to kill him. Today, Meta accuses Doshi of obscuring the truth and changing his story. According to Meta, Doshi told him that Sali Berisha's brother-in-law had ordered his murder. The Assembly Speaker, Rama-Meta, has responded to the accusations of the MP, Tom Doshi. He has expressed his support for the decisions of the Socialist Party group to expel Tom Doshi. According to Meta, blackmail must not be allowed in the political realm. He had this to say about Doshi's accusations. Tom Doshi has changed his story. 5 months ago, he said that the brother-in-law of the former Prime Minister, Sali Berisha, had ordered his murder. Now he says it was me who ordered his murder. Doshi changes the names attached to his accusations according to his current interests. There is no evidence or witness that can implicate the Speaker of Parliament in such an activity. I believe that there are many witnesses for the original version of the story. Doshi originally said that the brother-in-law of Mr. Berisha, Agim Rama, ordered his assassination, said Rama-Meta. At the end of his speech, Meta advised the Democratic chairman, Basha, to be careful with the statements he makes in relation to this issue, as later it might be his brother-in-law that is accused of trying to assassinate Tom Doshi. The Democratic Party leader, Basha, has called for the resignation of the Assembly Speaker, Rama-Meta, after the accusations of Tom Doshi. According to Basha, the Assembly Speaker has been accused of ordering 2 murders now, and he cannot stay on duty any longer. The Democratic chairman called the whole situation a criminal theater and said that Prime Minister Rama is the main actor. According to Basha, Rama was a witness in this whole situation, and he tried to close the mouth of Tom Doshi. Basha asked the prosecution for an investigation into the case. He made the statement that Rama and Meta are toying with the interests of the country, and that the government is caught up in a war of personal interests. He announced that the Democratic Party is going to submit an official request to the Assembly to discharge the Assembly Speaker, Rama-Meta. The former Prime Minister Sali Berisha has made some statements about the political situation that has been created by the accusations of Tom Doshi. Berisha spoke about a well-hatched scheme involving the assassination of Mr. Doshi. He said that the plan included laying the blame for the assassination at his own feet. Berisha also commented about the accusations of the head of the Security Commission, Spartak Braho. Braho said yesterday that Berisha's brother-in-law had ordered the murder of Doshi. Berisha denied these claims, calling them slander worthy of the criminal world. Sali Berisha says that the Prime Minister was jealous of the good relations that Meta had with Doshi. He said that Doshi's appointment to the administration and the objections that he raised made him a problem for Prime Minister Rama after the elections. At the consensus of both parties, the National Council for Integration was established today. They have agreed that the chairwoman of the new council is going to be the Democratic MP, Mailinda Bregu. According to Bregu, the council will increase the involvement of the civil society, the media, and the independent institutions in the process of integration. The representatives of the political parties in the commission welcomed the creation of the council, seeing it as an opportunity for cooperation between the parties in the process of the EU integration. The new draft law on the role of the Assembly in the integration process is first going to be approved by the Commission, and then it will be passed on to the Parliament. Prime Minister Edi Rama left the turbulent political situation in Tirana behind today in order to pay a visit to the city of Vlore. His first stop was Nova Sela, where he visited the families that were affected by the floods a few weeks ago. The Prime Minister personally handed the keys of a brand new apartment to an elderly woman whose house was destroyed in the floods. While in Vlore, Prime Minister inspected the construction work on the road segment that is going to connect the Trans-Balkan Road with the Vlore-Fier highway. He said, "I am very pleased that finally, after many years, we have begun the implementation of the project that will turn Vlore into a Mediterranean city with European standards. The Trans-Balkan Road that all the prime ministers, the candidates for prime ministers, and the deputies have promised in the electoral campaigns finally will be built. It will be a model highway in an important Mediterranean city. This project and the project on the coastline are going to revive the infrastructure of this forgotten and abandoned city," said Rama. Later, Prime Minister Rama visited the Social Security Institute in Vlore. He gave assurance that the pension reform is going to provide higher income for the elderly, and he added that even those who do not meet the conditions will benefit from a social pension. The Prime Minister distributed Social Security cards to some of the retirees that will benefit from the new pension plan. He also distributed some certificates of property ownership. The Minister of Agriculture has gathered some of the businessmen of Albania in order to thank them for their help during the flooding situation a few weeks ago. The head of the Chamber of Commerce, Nikolin Jaka, said that the businesses in Albania will always contribute to such traumatic times. The businessmen praised the good management that was displayed in the distribution of aid. They said that there should always be such help and assistance for residents, not only in times of natural disaster, but also in times of prosperity. During the emergency relief operations for the floods in the south of the country, the businesses of Albania showed their support for the affected families by giving a large amount of help, including food for the people and livestock, clothing, and household furniture. The Economic Commission has decided to take out a large loan in order to make investments in the Mother Teresa University Hospital. The Bank for the Development of the European Council is going to be lending €16 million to the Mother Teresa University Hospital Center. Reporting in the Commission of Economy and Finance, the Minister of Health, Ilir Betaj, said that the Mother Teresa Hospital needs €110 million in order to reach the European standards. In the Economic Commission, the ministers discussed the issuance of a loan of €16 million for restructuring the Hospital of Internal Diseases. The loan will have to be repaid over a 20-year lifespan. The opposition MPs were skeptical about the investments that are being made in the University Hospital Center. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all our news for this evening. We thank you very much for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more Albanian news in English. Thanks, and have a great night.